All right, so welcome. Tonight it is September 6th. Welcome to our call. I'm going to figure out how to do a screen share here. All right, so I just want to talk about August 1st. We had a really good month for Coaches Hitting Success Club. So I just wanted to give Rebecca a shout out for the top earner of the month at 17 Success Club points. That's amazing. And how many people is that? 5, 6, 7, 8 people for the month. So way to go. Lacey Ganser at 14, Leah Brownell at 12, Kristen 12, Leslie 11, Amber 11, and a whole bunch of people who hit Success Club 6, 8s, some 9s in there. So I'd love to see, this was 23 people who hit Success Club for our team. I would love to see 30 for September. So I know we can do that. And then more people, double digits, we can do that. It's 5 people in the 30 days, can totally do that. Top 10 of the week were Tracy Bauer, Tara, Allison, Lacey, Layla, Ashley, Amber, Jesse, Rachel, and Erica. And this is based off of team volume. So your goal as a coach is really 500 PV, point volume per week. This is 200 PV and up. So these coaches worked hard promoting Shakeology, maybe sharing the product guide with their customers, with their coaches. One thing that I always remember to do is when anyone uses like the 21-Day Fix Extreme, for example, I know that people need a resistance band. So I want to make sure that they know that they can get that in their Team Beachbody website. And it's the right weight that they need. So I offer that to them and say, if you're looking for a band, if you don't have one, this is a great place to go and get one. And also talk about like the benefits of using the Energize or the results or the recovery formula at night. So if customers are really complaining about being sore, that's a really good way to just share with them other products that Beachbody has that might really help them with their fitness goals. So those are the top 10 for last week. Congratulations. September updates. I want to let you guys know that the deadline for the Diamond Leadership Retreat is very, very near, the 16th of September. So the requirements to join are to have your Diamond rank set by the 16th and to have been hitting Success Club. So just make note if that is your goal to attend the Bahamas. It's going to be an amazing trip happening November 4th through 8th. To make sure that you are letting me know if you need help, whatever you need to make that happen for you. All right, September incentives. I am going to do for the month of September an Emerald Coach Drive, basically. So why this is important. Emerald rank is super important as a new coach because, number one, it's showing your followers that you're succeeding in the business. You're advancing your business beyond coach rank. Number two, you're going to start earning team cycle bonus. You're not only going to be earning off commission at that point, you're going to be earning volume from your team. So team cycle bonus. Number three, you're going to also be earning the Beachbody leads the following month when you meet Success Club. So Success Club 5 and an Emerald Coach rank will earn you up to 5 Beachbody leads the following month. Success Club 10 will earn you up to 10 Beachbody leads the following month. How? So what you need to do is sponsor one coach on either leg of your business. So you set your placement to left, sponsor your first coach, change your placement, save it to your right, sponsor your second coach. That earns you Emerald rank. All of the rank advancements are updated on Thursday mornings. So that's where you will see your rank advancement update in your Coach Online office. What you need to do is those 2 coaches have to be active with 50-point volume. So Shakeology is 90-point volume. A challenge pack starts at 104. So as long as they enroll with a challenge pack or Shakeology, if they're on Shakeology Home Direct, they're going to be an active coach for you. You want to keep building beyond that so you stabilize in your business and you don't drop rank. If they go inactive, if they postpone their Shakeology and you don't have another coach on that other leg, you're going to drop that rank. So don't stop at Emerald. Keep going, keep recruiting, and you're gonna grow your business. So I signed my husband as my first coach in my business because number one, I wanted him at the very top of my business so that he was also earning team cycle bonus from everybody in my downline. I wanted him at my very top, so I wasn't missing out on any volume as I added coaches. Number 2, I knew I wanted to get him to Emerald right away as well, so that I was also earning team cycle bonus for him, and that I was also learning Beachbody leads from him. So once I get myself to Success Club 10 every month, then I'm putting customers and coaches underneath him so that he's also earning Beachbody leads every month. So I'm not limited to the 10 leads the following month. If I get myself to 10 and I get him to 10, I get 20 leads the following month. So it's really a way for you to use family to your benefit and your advantage to accelerate your business. So that's what my strategy was. So for the month of September, the first 10 Emerald coaches, new Emeralds, who earned their Emerald rank advancement, I have an awesome little gift basket for you. All you need to do is just let me know that you hit it, and it's going to be sent off to you. So I'm really excited. It's some personal development, some other just little fun gadget stuff, some wear and share. I have a lot of stuff that I just want to kind of clean out in my office too, but it's all really good stuff. Some workout videos. I don't know what I'm going to all put in each one, but I have some really good stuff for you guys. So I have to limit it to 10 people. So the first 10 are the ones who are going to get this. And it's for everybody in my entire downline. So it's not just my personally sponsored, everybody in my entire downline you're competing with. So if this is a goal that you want to hit for Emerald, do it soon so that you get one of these gifts. All right. The other really exciting thing, and I really was surprised, that Beachbody is giving an awesome incentive this month to their coaches who are hitting Success Club 5 or more. You get the entire P90X, P90X2, and the P90X Plus Series bundle package. So a $300 value that they are giving to any coach who hits Success Club 5. I know, right, Kat? So if you want to hit Success Club, this would definitely be the month to do it, guys. 3 people earns you this awesome package. One of my coaches was saying, she was talking to a customer who really wanted P90X. And I didn't even think of this, but she's like, you know what? You can get it for free when you help 3 other people. So essentially, she was going to enroll this person as a coach and help her find her 3 customers to help this customer earn Success Club without her even knowing, really, that's what was going on, but so that she can win this P90X bundle pack for free. So you know what? That was putting her thinking cap on. That coach, I give you kudos, whoever came up with that. So, it's just being creative with how you're talking to people and how you can help your customers get a really good bargain. So definitely put Success Club on your goal list for this month. It should be on your list every month, but hey, I love this prize that they're doing this month. The September challenge packs that are on sale are PIO, the PIO Kickstart, and the 3-day refresh. So PIO and the 3-day refresh are $140, normally $160, and the PIO Kickstart is $180, normally $205. So again, if you're talking with anybody about using PIO, let them know for a $40 add-on they can get the 3-day refresh if they want. It's a really good value for people. All right, so this is just, I'm such a visual person. I wanted, because we were talking about rank in the last slide, I wanted to give you guys a visual of what an Emerald, a Ruby, and a Diamond coach looks like so that you can be thinking ahead. If you are already at Emerald, what does Ruby look like? Or if you're at Ruby, what does Diamond look like? Or, whatever. So as an Emerald coach, you can see you have one coach on your left, one coach on your right, and those are personally sponsored coaches. If you're looking at your genealogy view, you're going to see coaches that you did not personally sponsor in your strong leg. That doesn't count. It has to be coaches that you personally sponsor in your sponsorship drill down, okay? As a Ruby, one of those coaches on either leg needs to be an Emerald coach, and then you need 2 other personally sponsored coaches. So a total of 4 personally sponsored coaches, 1 on each leg, needs to be an Emerald. And then for a Diamond, you have 4 coaches personally sponsored on either leg, and the same thing, 1 of those is Emerald. Now I mentioned, a lot of times people skip right over Ruby. I skipped right over Ruby. And the reason being, you get those personally sponsored coaches. You get your 4 and 4 on your right, 4 on your left, and then the last missing piece usually is helping your coaches get to Emerald. So for me, I built my husband to Emerald. I was putting my personally sponsored coaches underneath him, one on his left, one on his right. He was my first Emerald coach. And then on my other leg, I had a good friend who allowed me to build him to Emerald. He wasn't a working coach. He wasn't interested in working the business. He was still on his journey himself. But I talked with him and expressed to him my interest in doing this so that it could help my business. And he was like, oh yeah, sure. He was fine with it. And I did let him keep the income earned. It wasn't a whole lot. Actually, I don't even know what it was, but I was willing to do that, to give that to him, so because he was helping me with my business. And he just told me, he asked me if I wanted it back, and I told him, you know what, use it for your fitness. And his big goal was to run a half marathon. So he used the income that he was earning to register for his race. So I was really happy to be able to help him in that way as his coach and give him that. So that's something that you can do. He wasn't working the business, but I placed my personally sponsored coaches underneath him to advance my business. And it just bought me some time until I had some working coaches get to Emerald, and grow their businesses. Because I grew really fast. I went to Diamond in 63 days. So I didn't have working coaches when I hit Diamond, and that's pretty common. So, and all those coaches do need to be active with 50-point volume or more. So Shakeology Home Direct. All right, Emerald Coach benchmarks. You're gonna notice in your Coach Online office, next to, in that little box in the middle of your screen, where it shows your Success Club points, there's a little tab that's called Leadership Ladder. I want all of you to make sure that you click on that tab, the Leadership Ladder, and follow those guidelines to help you move your business forward, to help you know where you need to go to advance to the next step. For an Emerald rank or above, you're going to be wanting to shoot for $250 a month in commissions, okay? You're going to want to try to have 2 personally sponsored coaches with at least 1 Success Club point. So basically, you're going to try to help your coaches find customers, right? Ideally, 3 customers a month so that they're earning Success Club. But sometimes, like I said, you're not working with coaches who are working the business. So that's where it gets difficult until you start sponsoring coaches for the business. But I want to help you with that on those coach calls on Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Central, okay? You want to try to have 200 team volume on your weak leg, all right? So the strong leg is the leg that I'm helping you, or your upline is helping you build volume on by placing coaches underneath you, and their coaches are building. So your weak leg is the side of your business that only you are adding volume to, all right? So you want to try for 200 total team volume on your weak leg per week. And then sharing the coaching opportunity. Like I said, you're not going to inspire or motivate anybody to join your team if you're not talking about it. So if it helps you for your organization to map out your week and write down what you're going to be talking about, make sure you talk about Shakeology once or twice a week. Make sure you talk about the coaching opportunity a couple times a week. Make sure you talk about the challenge groups a couple times a week. And it doesn't have to be direct. And I'm going to talk to you about how to do indirect posts. I like to do indirect posts. It's just kind of more my style. And it just gets people thinking, but it's still exposing them to the opportunity without really directly coming out and saying, asking them to join me. All right, so this is a post I just wanted to share with you some real life posts that you can look at and say, okay, let's look at this. What works about it? What doesn't? What would you change? But just use it as inspiration. So I follow a lot of coaches, not a lot. I follow a few coaches that I really feel like I relate to, that I like their style. And then I look at what they're doing and make it my own. All right, so this is one of those posts that I saw somebody's and I was like, oh, I really like how that's laid out. And so I went to PicMonkey and I recreated it basically with my style, my touches on it. So it was just a picture of me, a professional looking picture. And if you haven't done this yet for your business, I know, you're probably not earning much income right now. If you can afford it, or if you know a photographer, or if you're your own photographer, you can do a backdrop or something just to get your picture looking more professional. Because what we do on social media is so visually oriented. Okay, your pictures are really going to speak volumes for yourself. So try to get some professional looking photos or professional photos done so that you have it for your marketing. Okay, so This was a shoot that I did last fall. And then I try to stick with 3 colors for my color schemes. It just looks nice visually. It looks like, it has a theme, a color theme. I don't know, to me, it's visually appealing. All right. And then I'm talking about, all the things, all the benefits that I love about coaching. And then you can see the rest. I don't do the open houses anymore. I should say that first of all. The weekly calls for me have been going much better for explaining to people what we do as coaches. For me, the 5-day sneak peeks, people really weren't getting too engaged, or they wouldn't get on the Zoom chat because I was already giving them all of the information before the night came for the call, that they would have no reason really to get on the phone with me. So for that reason, I still do event pages. I still add people to them, but I don't add in all of the information until they get on that call with me. And then that's where I really go over my presentation and give them all the information. All right, this post, Devin is a 3-star diamond on my team. And I just wanted to give her a shout out for her post. She did this last week and I really loved how she put it together. So I wanted to share it with you also as a really good example of a coach opportunity post, because these are the posts that, quite frankly, when you're starting out your business, are really hard to know how to word, how to share what we do with people. So you can read through this or take a screenshot. But what I liked about it is she doesn't really come out and say what she's earning. Like sharing your income is kind of taboo, I know, for a lot of people. They don't want to know, how much money people are making. It's not something that a lot of people just go out and talk about. All of your friends, they're not talking about how much money they're earning. So why would we? Well, it's pretty cool what we do to help people and to be able to earn money from it too. So it's one thing that, because I started Beachbody for the business, I do like to talk about my income, because I think it's going to inspire other people like me to do it, even though it's non-traditional. It's, network marketing. Ooh, what's that? Is it a pyramid scheme? All these people have doubts in their mind, but if I can show them that it is real and that I'm succeeding and that I can help them succeed too, I want to share that with people. So that's why I do it. But she talked about how, she gave herself a 516% pay increase in 1 year's time. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know a whole lot of jobs that, give a 500% pay increase in a year. I remember begging for 5% when I was in corporate world, So I like how she said that. Her picture, so it's a personal profile, a picture of her, something that's going to maybe stop people from scrolling through the news feed. Sometimes people use a stock motivational picture that necessarily isn't going to get people to stop scrolling if they're going through at 10 o'clock at night and they're just seeing what everyone's up to. You want to make it a picture of you. It's fresh. I like how she has her home office on there. Just nice, clean cut picture. Her colors match, that sort of thing. All right, so I wanted to touch base. A lot of people have been asking me if they can sign a business entity as coach. And the answer to that is yes. And I want to make sure that everyone is kind of in the know on how to do this and what circumstances this would be okay. And to ask the right questions if you know someone who is wanting to do this, okay? So if you are enrolled as yourself, so my name is Marsha Smrcka. I'm already enrolled as a coach under my name. So I could not sign if I were my own, let's say my husband is a potter, all right? So I couldn't sign our pottery business as a coach because I'm already signed myself up as my business, okay? The one exception is this year, because of our income, I'm going to be opening an LLC for my business, okay? So that's the exception. I can change everything over to, I'll decide on a business name. If I use Marsha Smrcka Fitness or whatever I use. And then Adam and I can both be under that LLC because he's a coach on my team. So that's the one exception, okay? So him and I can both do this under that same name. Let's say you know someone who is a small business owner, for example, a coffee shop, okay? And they want to offer Shakeology for sale on their menu as a menu item. They can do that as long as it's a blended shake. What they can't do is make the Shakeology balls or the Shakeology pie or come up with their own, recipes to make some crazy concoction. It has to be a shake, using their own recipes as a shake, but it's intended to be consumed as a shake, so that's what it would need to be on their menu. So this is super exciting to me because if you know a business owner or a small shop, you can approach them and say, would you like to add this to your menu? These are the benefits of the shake. I think that people would really, love this, to have this as an option on your menu. Would you be willing to try it for 3 months and see how it goes? So then at that point, they would enroll as a coach on your team using their business name. They would decide how much inventory they wanted to start with, and they could sell the shakes on their menu. They could not sell the packets retail. They could not sell the bags retail. It would have to be a shake. All right. So let's say you're talking to another type of business, and they are not a restaurant. They do not want to sell the shakes, but they do want to sell the packets. Not acceptable. Sorry. What they could do, if they had the means, is to make the shake up, give away samples. They could give away packets for samples, but they could not sell the packets retail. They weren't intended for that purpose. So a retail store cannot sell the packets or bags. In either situation, if they had a laptop or a computer on site, they could help their customers sign up for their membership and place an order on site. So that would be an option. Let's see. One thing, when I talked to Jemima through compliance, she said that they do have business owners right now that they're working with, and they track, which is really cool, they track their inventory patterns for them. So that way you don't ever have too high of a supply or too low of a supply. They can kind of predict based on your trends. Maybe they sell more in the summertime when people are out and it's hot, than in the winter time, in the dead of winter, when people are wanting hot drinks, for example. So that was something really cool that they work with their business owners to try to help them know how much to order so that they're not overstocked or understocked. All right, so moving on. A lot of you are in training groups, which is awesome. I hope that throughout your your experience with Beachbody, that, your coaching and whatever, that you are always in a training. I'm always in training groups. We are always students. I'm always learning through my personal development for whatever, there's always what's next. I have mentorship calls weekly with people at corporate. I'm never stopped. I'm never done learning, okay? And I want you guys to feel the same way with your business. I always want you to be supported with your business as well as your fitness goals, okay? So this is what I expect for coaches who are doing these groups. I want you to show up daily. Make time in your schedule for it. It's kind of like taking a class. It's your online class. It's your responsibility. Be a learner of your craft. It's not your upline's responsibility. It's not my responsibility to chase you down. If people aren't showing up, then it tells me that it's not important and you're not serious about building a business. If you are showing up, you're liking the posts, you're doing the assignments, that shows me that you're meeting me halfway and that I want to mentor you to build a successful business. Okay, you're showing up, you're doing the work. So I'm going to meet you halfway. I'm going to help you do everything that I know to help you succeed. If you want to succeed, you'll get yourself plugged in. It's really the bottom line. You'll be on team calls. You'll make the national wake-up call. You'll catch the recordings. You'll do your business activity tracker. You'll find time to do your power hour. Those are all things, all pieces that you need to do every day, every week to move your business forward. It doesn't always happen overnight, and most of the time it doesn't happen overnight. But the more you do and the more you get yourself plugged in, the more it's just going to help you and help your business. You have to take action to see results. It's very much like your fitness journey. There are so many parallels to what we do in our business that I can compare to our fitness journey. If you only work out once a week, if you only do your power hour once a week, you're not going to see results. You have to do it every day. You have to, okay? And support and encourage one another. We are a team. We're friends. You can find your success partners in these groups. Just support and encourage each other. If someone's asking a question and you know the answer, answer it. It's not my responsibility only to answer questions. If you know the answer, help our fellow teammate out and jump in. That's just being a team member, okay? We expect that from everybody. Start with your why. All right. So I'm going to get into the nitty of the call here. So this is really important because Number one, for you, it's going to help you keep your motivation when you don't want to do it. And trust me, there are going to be times when you don't want to do it. You don't want to do your workout. You don't want to do your power hour. It's late. It's tired. You stayed out longer than you wanted to. The kids are up and it's supposed to be bedtime and things go, don't go how they planned. But when you remember your why, you have that vision for yourself, for your future, where you want to be with your fitness goals, with your business goals. If you have a strong, powerful why, you're going to do it no matter what. Okay. And I want you to think about what your why is, why you're here. What kind of future do you want for yourself, for your family? What would that mean if you succeeded with this and you can be a 6-figure earner 12 months from now, 18 months from now, 24 months from now? Think about that, because it's totally achievable for you. Keep it front and center. I have my dream board plastered on my bulletin board. I have it in my business binder. I have it as my screensaver. I have it, I look at it all the time, and it reminds me, okay, it's my goal to be this rank or help this many coaches advance this month. My year-end goals. Okay, this means I need to help this many people in my business. I need to help this many challengers this month. So it's going to help you kind of reverse engineer to know what you need to do every month, every week to hit those goals. It doesn't just happen. It has to be strategic and planned. All right. And then share your why with people. This is a good way to help you get started with that. I was drawn to Beachbody because of that, this is where I'm at. Like I said, I joined Beachbody for the business, and chances are a lot of people know about that because I talk about it a lot on my timeline. It wasn't for the fitness necessarily, although I love the support with my fitness goals. I was running before Beachbody, so I didn't necessarily feel like I was the type of person who needed the accountability for my fitness, but it has completely changed our lives with the business aspect and just the community and helping people and meeting people that I hadn't met. I didn't have friends before, so I know I have so many, relationships that I didn't have before. So I talk about that a lot on my timeline. And something to think about when you're posting and when you're talking to people, people don't buy what you have, but they do buy why you do it. So talk about why you do it. When I do my new coach shout outs, I talk about why they joined, because I feel like in doing that, someone else might read that and say, hey, that's kind of sounds like me. Maybe I do need to really think about this. It's not what, it's why. Okay. And when you do that, you're really going to find yourself working with people who believe what you believe and can also share your vision. And it's going to make your business so enriched and grow in ways you never imagined possible. When you can really work with people like you, it's just going to make your business flourish. And you're not going to find those people, that you want to work with if you're not talking about it and sharing your vision and sharing your why. All right. So social media basics, we're going to dig into this. The only way to have a friend is to be one. I like that quote. And, we have to just think about, if I want people to like my posts and comment, I better be doing that for other people. I want to be friendly. I want to be nice. I want to be positive. So I don't spend a whole lot of time in the newsfeed. That's one thing I don't have a lot of time for, but I like to do it when I can because I want to be friendly. I want to see what people are doing. I want to touch base and see what my friends and followers are up to. So I will I'll love on their posts. I'll like it and comment when I can. I also really love to send just random thinking of you messages. Say, hey, Janet, I was just thinking about you today. Hope you had a good weekend. Just wanted to let you know I was thinking about you. Nothing about Beachbody, nothing about anything else, but just letting them know that I was thinking about them. And a lot of times what happens is my emails blow up and I spend, the next day messaging and returning messages. But it makes me feel good reconnecting with people, with customers maybe who I haven't talked to in a few months that, don't need my support anymore, or, whatever it might be. It's nice to just be a friend to people. Okay. Offer an open door free group to all of your customers, right? This is really important as you're starting your business. When you start building your customer base, when you're Emerald rank and you start getting all these free leads, you can put the link to your free group in your email to them. you can offer this to anyone who gives you the price objections, that you can start supporting them no matter what and offering them help. When you have a customer who goes through a challenge group or two and they don't need the daily accountability, this is a group that you can still support them in, down the road, so that you don't completely lose touch of all of your customers. This was one thing that I didn't do until probably 6 months ago. So, and I don't know why, I just never thought of doing it. But now I love that group. I don't have a schedule, like a regimented posting guide that I use for that group. I post my accountability and different recipes, different fitness tips that I find that are interesting, and I just post them there randomly throughout the week or throughout the day. Let's see. And then just offer your help with no strings attached. With that open door group, I do require them to be my customer, and that's the only requirement I have. So sign up for a free membership, they get in. All right, social media basics. If you have not already done this, make sure you launch your business. Let people know what you're doing, okay? You want to share your journey regularly, and maybe you have a set day of the week that you do that on. Maybe it's Transformation Tuesday. You post to the world your progress for the week. Maybe it's once a month, depending on what your goals are, whatever it is. Just make sure that you're sharing your journey. If you are a brand new coach and you say, gosh, I don't have a transformation yet, do a 3-day refresh, and you can post your before and afters, your progress in 3 days. Everyone has 3 days. So that would be a really easy way, a fast way to share, prove that 3-day refresh works. And it's on sale this month. So with Labor Day, this weekend, people might be wanting something to get rid of the bloat next week. So that'd be a really good thing to share. And then post 3 times daily at different times on your social media platforms. So when you post at different times, your Facebook affinity is going to increase. Different people are going to see your posts at different times. Not everyone's on Facebook all the time. So some people will see your post, some people won't. But if you're posting 3 times, different times of the day, chances of your friends seeing one of those 3 is pretty good. So that's why you want to do that. Social media basics. If you have not started your fan page, your like page, do that ASAP, because it takes a while for that to pick up and build your followers. So the sooner you do it, the sooner you're going to start building your fan base. You want to work to grow your followers to about 1,000 people or more. That's really your goal, because at that point, you can start paying to boost your posts or promote your posts. You can promote your page so that when you have an upcoming challenge group, you can post about it and promote it, and then you're going to be finding people to help that want to participate in your groups. So it's a really easy way to find new customers that way, but you got to start building that fan base up right away. So I talked about social media being highly visual. Make sure you're having quality posts versus quantity. So nice, sharp images. Make sure that you are also writing text with your images, not just some stock motivational picture with no text. Put a piece of you in that so that people can relate to you. They want to hear from you, hear your thoughts, hear what you're feeling. Be positive, optimistic, upbeat, but give a piece of yourself in your posts so that people have a connection with you. These are some really good apps that I like for my phone to use photo editing. My favorite is Photify. It's just really super easy for me. I just really love it. And now they have the timer option. So if you're someone who's like, gosh, I don't know how to do a picture without a selfie, you can set your phone down, set your timer, run back, and strike a pose so that you have a good picture to use. WordSwag is another fun one. Snapseed, Rana to me is a little hard to use. I don't really understand how to use it. I don't know. As much as I've used it, I just can't get that one. But I know coaches who use it, and they have nice stuff that you can do with your pictures. PicMonkey is for your desktop when you're doing your editing on your desktop. Pinterest. Google. Go to Pinterest, go to Google, and type in fitness motivation. All right? A bunch of images will pop up, or images of fitness motivation. You can see how certain things jump out at you for photos, and then insert yourself in there. Make it your own. Take a picture of yourself in that same pose with the same motivational quote or the same text, but make it your own, and then you can recreate that. So I look to Pinterest a lot for inspiration on my posts, on my poses, things like that. Do's and don'ts of social media. Post often, like I said, 3 to 5 times a day, but not too much. You don't want to overwhelm people and bombard them with your stuff. 14 Facebook posts in a day would be too much, right? 3 to 5. And then you have your like page to do other posts. So keep that in mind. If you have a lot to talk about in a day, write it down in a notebook and save it for another day when you have nothing to talk about. Okay, have an idea notebook or an idea section in your notebook. Share goods, not garbage, all right? Don't air your dirty laundry on Facebook. You have to have a filter. People want to see you as being positive, upbeat, healthy, optimistic. We're using Shakeology. We're promoting health and wellness. We don't want to be airing our dirty laundry, being negative, talking bad about people, swearing, all that stuff. No, that people aren't going to want to join you if you're like that. You have to use your personal development. If you're having a bad day, we all have bad days. I'm not trying to sugarcoat things. You're going to have bad days. We know that. We're human. But maybe, dig into personal development, take a shower, do a workout, take your anxiety, your stress out on a workout, and then come back and say how you were able to turn it around for yourself, what you did to lift your spirits. And by doing that, you're going to help someone else. You're going to add value. Okay, it's a way to kind of put a positive spin on it, even though you're having a bad day. What did you do to get over it? The old me would have sat down to a half a gallon of ice cream or a bag of chips, right? Not anymore. This is what I did instead, right? Invite as a friend, not a salesperson or a spam artist. Okay, guys, we do not want to be a salesperson. We do not want to post our sales links on our Facebook page. We don't want to be posting stock images of Beachbody with price tags or dollar signs. Okay, please do not do that. It's really salesy. It's going to turn people off. It's not going to inspire anybody to push play. All right, invite as a friend first. Find out what their needs are. Get to know them. Ask them questions, what they're looking for. And then you can bring up, well, this is on sale. What do you think about this? Usually the price for me is the last thing that comes up because I want to make sure that it's a good fit for a person before I just make a recommendation based on sale. A workout program is not going to do anybody any good just because it's cheap. If it's not a good fit, it's going to sit and collect dust. I don't want to have someone buy something that's going to sit and collect dust. That's a waste of their money, no matter what the cost is. Okay, so look to see what a good recommendation is them first. Follow Beachbody on social media. Follow Carl Deichler. Follow, Beachbody, Team Beachbody. It's, you're going to get updates that way. It's inspiring. It's motivating. I guess the same thing, don't be elusive. If people are messaging you and wanting information, don't put them off. Answer them within 24 hours. If one of your customers has a question, 24, 48 hours tops to get back to them. They know that you have a life also outside of this, and maybe you have another full-time job, maybe you have family, whatever it might be, but you don't want to not answer people back. This is your business. Treat it like a business. Okay, you have hours, business hours. With your social media, develop your brand. This is something that kind of sometimes takes time. And looking at other coaches can be really distracting with this. I want you to look inside yourself. What are 5 key components to make you unique? And think about those things as you develop your brand. For me, I am a mom of 4. I am a runner. I really like gardening, but I don't have time for it anymore, I'm finding. We live out in the country. My neighbors are Amish. So those are kind of the things that I like to talk about and make me unique from other coaches. All right, you got to find that within yourself and use that kind of to develop who you are and share that with people on social media. Use appropriate cover and profile pictures, okay, and keep them fresh. So what I mean by that is you don't want to have your profile picture a picture of your dog, even though he might be really cute, or a picture of your cat, a picture of your kids. Again, they might be really, really cute, and I'm sure they are, but people want to see you, especially when you're meeting new people and you're adding new contacts every day. They're going to go to your timeline and check you out before making the decision if they're going to add you or not. If they don't even know who you are or see a picture of you, the chances of them adding you as a friend are pretty slim. I'm sorry. Or if it's a picture of a stock image of Shakeology, they're going to right away think that you're just trying to sell them something, and they're going to make that impression on you just based on your profile picture. And I don't want that to happen to you. So make sure it's a picture of you, a pleasant picture of you, smiling, preferably of your face, smiling, giving eye contact to the camera. and keep them fresh. So change them up, every few weeks. Same with your cover photo. Make it about you. Maybe it's, the cover photo can be a collage of your kids, your interests, your hobbies, things that you love. So that people know when they go to your timeline, they know who you are and they can start connecting with you. And also make sure, this is really super important. I see a lot of coaches making this mistake. Make sure your posts are public, because when you're sending off these friend requests, people are going to go to your timeline. They're going to want to see what you're talking about, who you are. And if your posts aren't set to public, they're not going to see any of the good stuff that you're talking about. And again, they might not accept your request because they don't know who you are. They don't know that you're a mom, or what you love to do, or they're not going to see your recipes that you're sharing, or your workouts that you're motivating and positive. So make sure you have your posts public, please. All right. I wanted to share with you a couple of really good posts, how to talk indirectly about the product. Okay. So I said before earlier, I like to be indirect about my posts. All right. So this is one that I did. When did I do this? Yesterday. Okay. So I was out and about. I got my hair cut. What I was talking about being negative. I could have been really upset that I didn't get my alone time yesterday, that I had to take the kids with me to my hair appointment. But instead I kind of I flipped it around and said, you know what? It was really kind of fun. I did a really funny picture of myself getting my hair done with my kids on my personal page. And then this was when we were out. I could not believe, so I had them all morning long. I left the shop at like 1:30 and they were so hungry. They'd been hopped up on sugar from the candy jar at the place. And I'm like, you know what? I could go into the grocery store and get them something healthy, but I'm just going to do McDonald's today. And I was like, can't believe I'm doing this, because it's been forever since we had fast food with the kids. But we talk about healthy eating all the time, so they know that we don't do it a lot and why we don't do it a lot. So I kind of mentioned that in the post. And then I keep Shakeology packets everywhere. They're in my purse. They're in my my gym bag. They're in my console. They're in my glove compartment. So I found one of my Shakeology packets, and that's what I had. I asked for ice from McDonald's and shook up my packet, and that was my lunch. So I talked about why I love Shakeology really indirectly. So that way, if other people are wondering, what do I do when I am out? People think that fast food is the only option. Well, no, it's not. You can do this instead and not feel bad about what you're, eating. So that was why I did this post. And, the things that I feel are good about it is my picture. People are going to stop scrolling. They're going to see, what's she so happy about? What is she drinking? So just little subtle, and then my bright tank top too, maybe would make someone stop scrolling. This one is from Tammy. If you're still on, Tammy, I really loved your post from today. So kind of same thing, the really bright colors on her picture, would stop someone from scrolling the news feed. Be healthy, be happy. Well, what's she happy about? I'm going to read. So you really want people to read your posts. And so that to me was intriguing. It's like, oh, okay, I'm going to read this. So I did. And, it was kind of like that, your why, telling your story. She was like, where was she before Beachbody? Where is she now? What has it done for her now? And she's talking about the benefits of Shakeology, not facts. Facts tell, stories sell. So she's saying what Shakeology has done for her, how it's changed her life, how it's impacted her life. So good post, Tammy. All right, inviting friends and family. A lot of people wonder, how do I invite? What do I invite to? Really, you're inviting to whatever you feel as you're talking with people would be something that they might want to do. If there's someone who is not happy in their job, I'm going to invite them to the coaching opportunity. If they are someone who is like, gosh, I wish I knew how to eat better. If I had a clean eating group coming up, I would invite them to my free clean eating group. Or I would talk to them about 21 Day Fix. I'll say, have you heard about the 21 Day Fix? Man, it's an awesome meal plan. They talk about proper portions and what combination of foods to use. It's really helped me and a lot of people get to their goals. So it's really as you're having those conversations and discussions to know where to direct that invite. But sometimes, you're coming up on a challenge group and you're going to craft a post that says, hey, I know we haven't talked about this before, but I just wanted to make sure that you knew that I run accountability groups for health and fitness goals. Is this something that you think you could benefit from? Would you like to learn more information about it? So it just can be really general, asking them if they'd like to hear more information, okay? And this kind of goes back to what we talked about before with your Emerald rank. You can ask your close family and friends first and say, I wanted to ask you first because you're family, you're my close friend. I wanted to make sure if you wanted a spot that you get in first before I extend my invite to other people. Ask them to give you a 30-day testimonial. Would you be willing to just try Shakeology and a workout program for 30 days and see if you notice a difference? Would you be willing to help me and do that? Chances are, if it's a family member, if it's a cousin, an aunt, a close family member, if you ask them for your help, they're probably not going to say no. 3 new invites per day is what you want to shoot for. If you want to accelerate your business, you're going to up that number. It's a numbers game, guys. The more people you talk to, the more people are going to say yes. If you only talk to 1 person a day, it's going to take you a long time to get that yes. If you talk to 10 people a day, probably not quite so long, okay? So you set your goal, how fast do you want to build your business? How many people do you want to help per month? And kind of figure out, 1 out of 10 people are going to say yes. So you can base your contacts, how many people you're adding to your network, how many people you're talking to based on that ratio, 1 in 10. Use the Go for No document. This is kind of a nice reminder that, okay, these are my goals this month. I'm going to talk to 100 people in this month. And if you get that sucker filled up before the month is over, copy off a new one and keep going, right? Because every invite you send, even if it's a no, is just a not now. It's going to just help your business for the following month, the more people you talk to. Maybe something that you talk about is just going to hit them the right way, and they'll say, you know what? I think it is time that I give this a try and join. Or when they see your transformation picture on the Tuesday that you do your Transformation Tuesday or whatever it might be. What? All right, you can use that 5-step invitation guide in your Coach Online office, okay? So that's a tool that you can use to kind of guide you through your conversations. And just keep in mind, an objection is not a rejection. It's not your job to make people say yes, okay? You're just there to spread awareness, and I don't want you to get hung up on their answer, their response, excuse me. Maybe they just need more information. Maybe you need to think about how you're posting and what you're posting on your timeline. Are you being informative? Are you offering education about what you do on your timeline to people? Use that How to Overcome Objections guide, again, in your Coach Online office. If you're getting objections, go back, read through that, and see how you can talk people through that. All right, sharing of yourself on social media. Again, facts tell, stories sell. Make sure you're talking about stories, not facts. All right, share why you do what you do. Talk about the benefits, features. Shakeology recipes are one thing that are really awesome. Maybe you have current customers who are getting burned out on a certain flavor. By you sharing different recipes, you're going to help them realize that, oh, maybe I could change it up this month and get a different flavor. Or actually, I posted the Shamrock Shakeology recipe in March, during the whole, the Patty's Day. And people are like, oh my God, that looks really good. And I had some customers who weren't customers of mine before order the 3-day refresh with Shakeology because they wanted the Shamrock Shake and wanted to try it. So that can be a really good way just to share your recipes. And it doesn't always have to be shakes. You can do the Shakeology balls, I love. There's Shakeology pies. There's a million. Those mug cakes are really good. So, be sharing your recipes. You just never know what people are going to want, right? Inform and educate your followers. So this post on the bottom left was just a recipe, a clean eating recipe that I found today that I thought looked amazing. So again, I just want to help educate people about clean eating. They don't have to make desserts that are full of sugar and going to make them feel like crap. They can clean things up in a healthy way. So that was my recipe today. And then the one on the bottom right is me talking about the Pilates from the 21-Day Fix Extreme. So I wanted to educate people about the new program when it was released. So I took a picture of me using the resistance bands, explaining how the bands add resistance with the Pilates workouts in the Extreme. All right. Be proof the products work. This is huge, 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 you guys. I've talked about it a few times already tonight. So you want to really have your own customer experience with Beachbody products programs. We're always a work in progress. You are the best advertising for your business, which is really a good thing. You are in control. Okay, this is a good thing. You're basically a walking billboard for your storefront, for your business. So when you can prove that the products work, you're going to really inspire and motivate other people to also use the products and try it out. Being proof that the products work will also increase your confidence when it comes to sharing Beachbody with others. Confidence is a key component of successful inviting. And for those of you who have been coaching longer, I'm sure you can really relate when things haven't been going okay, you know, when you haven't been making progress and you've been cheating on your meals or whatever, your invites, you can feel it in your invites. You just don't feel as confident or good about inviting people to join you when you're not making progress yourself. But on the other side, is the flip side. When you're making progress every week, when you're excited about your transformation, that's going to relay when you're talking with people about what you're doing. So keep that in mind. And the cool thing is that you are in control of that. All right, the value of a challenge pack. The challenge pack really is the complete solution for your customers, and they need to know why. Talk about your own experience in your support groups. Talk about the huge savings for the customer. Buying a fitness program for $10 with their Vegas Shakeology. You know, it's kind of a no-brainer when you put it that way. Like, who wouldn't spend an extra $10 on their fitness program? You know, they don't have to continue Shakeology beyond 30 days if they don't want to. There's no obligation to continue. However, for the best results, they would want to continue using it, but they can decide at that, 3 weeks into it if they want to keep it or not. I actually feel guilty when I sell people or when they want to just use the fitness program because they pay so much more in shipping. You know, it's like $80 for just the fitness program and they have no nutritional component to their program. So most of the time, 99.9% of the time, I'm helping people with challenge packs, and then they can decide that, if they want to keep Shakeology the following month or not. That's up to them. They get daily support in the challenge group when they use the challenge pack. And then this, I want to make sure too, as we are adding new coaches to our business and you're starting your coach training group, I want to make sure that you are always plugged into a challenge group for your own fitness as well. If it's taking your business a little bit longer to get off, you don't have any customers, you're still focusing on your own transformation, make sure that you're talking with your sponsor coach about when the next challenge group is in for your own health and fitness. And then I typically start mine the first and third Monday of every month. All right, so just kind of recap tonight. I want you to be your own best challenger, be your own best coach. Likes attract likes. Be the coach that you want to attract. If you want to attract coaches who are go-getters, who want this business to work for them, who are dedicated, who are self-starters, who are doing the work that it takes, share that on your social media, share what you're doing, share your personal development, because you're going to attract other people like you to the business when you talk about it, when you share it with other people. Make time for your business. Show up. Make time for your training groups. Do the assignments. Treat it like a business and it'll pay you like one. You treat it like a hobby and it's going to pay you like a hobby. All right. I just want to talk about my experience today with my run. All right. So it was early morning. I got up. I did a workout. I didn't do a workout yesterday because I was going to do one and then we decided last minute to go to the fair. So I posted in my challenge groups that I was going to do doubles today to make up for my missed workout yesterday. Well, I did my one workout in the morning, and then I needed to eat my frog. My to-do list entailed getting tonight's call ready, so I needed to do my slides first. Even though it was beautiful this morning, I really wanted to go do my run in the morning. It was just killing me looking out the window like, I need to go out. But I didn't. I got my work done first, got my power hour done, got my slides done for tonight, and then it started raining. I was like, oh, that stinks. I could skip. I could not do it. No one would know. But you know what? I made a promise. I said I was going to do it. So I bucked up. I put my gear on. I grabbed my rainproof coat, and it was only sprinkling. I was like, okay, this isn't going to be bad. I got 20 feet down my driveway, and it started downpouring. Again, it would have been really easy to come back to the house. I was just not even at the end of the road. I was, not at the end of my driveway yet. But I said I was going to do something, so I committed to it. I'm like, you know what? It's not going to be that bad. It's going to stop raining by the time I get to the corner. It's going to come and go. Well, the rain kept coming harder and harder. It didn't let up. It got worse. And then I was about, a mile and a half in. And it's like, oh, maybe my husband will come and get me, because it was thundering at this point in complete downpour. I couldn't even see at one point. Well, of course, at that point, the rain was to my back. So I was okay, but I was really dreading what was going to happen when I came back, because the rain was going to be in my face. I was like, well, maybe my husband will come and get me. But he didn't. And it would have been really easy to get mad, to walk. But I kept going. And I was thinking the whole time, this is so much like the business. It's so much like the business, you guys. We say we're going to do something and we don't do it because it's not convenient, or because something comes up. There's something throws a wrench in our plans and we don't do it. But it's what you do when no one's looking. It's your integrity, guys. I said I was going to do it, so I committed myself to it, and it really sucked coming back when the wind was in my face and the rain was, I couldn't see. But you know what? It was the best feeling ever when I got home. I was completely soaked. And I was like, you know what? That's the wettest I've ever been on a run. And it was fun. I didn't mind it. And it's when you don't want to do something the most is when it feels the most rewarding. When you're starting out your business, you're not noticing a lot of feedback. You're not noticing a lot of likes. You're not getting a lot of comments. You might have a hard time inspiring people to join your team. But people are noticing, and you're building momentum. And you know what? The next time, if it's only sprinkling out, it's going to make that decision to go for that run so much easier, because I went through probably the worst it could ever be. And it's not going to be so bad the next time I do it. But I'm building momentum, and the same thing can be said with your business. You just have to make that decision to start and commit to doing what you say you're going to do. Remember your why. Remember why you're doing this. Think of all the people that you have the potential to change their life by you sharing the coaching opportunity, by you sharing the challenge groups. People are so unhappy with themselves. They think that there's some magic pill that they're going to buy at Target on the shelves to lose weight. We know that's not the case. It only comes with healthy eating and moving your body. And when you can share your workouts every day and share how to eat healthy, you're going to touch people's lives. Whether or not they ever become your customer, you're going to stop and help them think. Maybe a better choice. So just want to stop here. The secret to getting ahead is just getting started. Make that commitment to start your business today if you haven't done so. All right. So I want to thank you for getting on the call. I'm going to stop the screen share. Thank you so much.